Hey, this is Brian, thanks for watching Kies. In today's video, I'm gonna show you step-by-step how to install yellow DRLs on an F90 M5. Now, as many of you know, the M5 CS, the F90 specifically, was the car that debuted and made those yellow lights so iconic. So today I'm gonna walk you through step-by-step how to install these on your car. All right, the first thing we need to do is remove this bumper to get to the lights and their modules. So to do that, I like to start with the grille. If you take the grille and just very carefully start to just pull it out, like this, you can just kind of work your way around, and then these will literally just pull right out like that with no broken tabs. Now, as you can see, we are doing today's project on a lift. It is totally unnecessary. If you have a jack and jack stands, that's going to be preferred. Now, I will say you don't 100% have to remove the wheels, but it's gonna make your life a lot easier, so we do highly recommend doing it. So with that, let's pull off the wheel. Now, whenever you're removing your wheels, you wanna make sure that you're not gonna damage the wheel or the brake components, which is where the Kies wheel hanger comes in. These are made of a solid piece of stainless steel, and as you can see, they are buttery smooth. Unlike many wheel hangers on the market that have knurling, which feels good when you're tightening it, but it's also acting as a file on your car. So with this, we're gonna make sure that everything stays protected. All right, so now what we're going to do is remove all of these 8mm screws that hold the wheel liner on, and then we're going to completely remove it. Next, you have two 8mm up here. There's one right here, and the other one's back here. I'll use a long extension to stay out of your way. Next, we need to disconnect a couple sensors. What you wanna do, we're gonna start with the PDC over here. You take this little tab here, and you push it out, which is going to release the lock. Then you press it in and remove it. So once again, it's gonna come locked. You press this out, and then when you press down on it, it's going to release this tab here in the front. Next, you need to disconnect this harness right here. To do so, there's a tab on the left and a tab on the right. Simply pinch them in and then just pull back, and that'll disconnect just like that. Then what you have to do, take this little white tab, you press it left, and then this whole thing is gonna go forward like that. So if you take a look right here, you take this tab, you move it over to the left, and it releases this little hook, which is located right here. And then you'll be able to pull this forward. Now that everything is done on the passenger side, let's do everything the same on the driver's. Then along the front of the bumper, remove all of the 8mm. Now what you're going to do on both sides of the car, you want to pull the bumper away from the fender so you don't scratch it, and then carefully pull it back. It's just attached at this point by these little clips. There's one located over here. Just pop it out, just like that. Perfect. Then you can place it on a bumper stand. All right, so now what we're going to do is we need to start to work on removing the headlights. So to do so, we first need to disconnect it. If you take a look down here, there is a little tab. You're going to press in on this while pressing the top, and then this is going to slide out, just like that. Next, you need to remove this T30 over here and the other silver one down there. Okay, looks like that. Now, once you get to this point, there's two more bolts that hold the headlight in, but they are under this panel, so let's start by removing this. To remove this, there's just 3 rivets. All you need to do is just pull out the middle, and then the rest should follow, just like that. And there's one over here, and then one over here. Then you just separate the trim and set this to the side. Then what you can do is remove this bolt here and this one over here. Next, to get a little bit more clearance, what we're going to do is we are going to remove these 4 T30s and these 2 plastic rivets just to get a little bit more clearance. Once you've done that, you just kind of pull up and out on this. I am going to leave it attached to the car. We're not fully disconnecting it. So then you're just going to pull up. Sometimes it'll get caught in the plastic. Pop that up. Slide it out like that. Then you can do the exact same thing on the other side of the car to get the driver's side light out. All right, so now that we have both headlights removed from the vehicle, what we need to do is we need to remove this piece here with a T20. Once you remove the screws, this will pop right out. Just be very careful because it is still connected. Next, what you're going to do is press down on this little tab here and disconnect that just like this. Now, it's very important that you know what side you have. If you take a look at my light here, you can see that I have the driver's side light. Then take your T20 again. You can remove the screw. Then it's going to gently remove like that. Now, as you can see over here, it says L. You want to make sure that you get the one that says L. Then you remove the backing to the pre-applied tape. Center everything over the pins. Then you can take your screw and reinstall it just like that. Once you've installed the screw, carefully plug it back in, just like that. Line everything up and then reinstall the screws. And with that, this side's done. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Then once you're done that, you can reinstall them on the car. And just start to line everything up. And then it's basically going to snap into place. Then you can reinstall the bolts. The short ones go on top and the long ones go behind. And just plug in your headlight. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side of the car. Then once you're here, you can reinstall the bumper and the wheel liners. And that's everything you need to know on how to install yellow DRLs on an F90 M5. As you can see, you do have to remove the bumper and remove the headlight, but overall the process is actually very simple and straightforward once you know what to do. If you're interested in a set for your car, be sure to see the links down in the description where you'll also find a lot of other cool videos on the F90 M5. Once again, my name is Brian. Thanks for watching Kies. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.